Let's celebrate the Corgi. The Indiana Fever defeated the Atlanta Dream in Game 3 to win their first-round series and advance to the semifinals. There are a few intriguing aspects of the outcome to consider, such as whether Caitlin Clark will play again. This topic is hotly debated, and there are several contradicting reports. I thus searched for the solution, which I will present in this video. First of all, though, this is a fantastic victory. The way the Fever won was unique, even though they were initially the underdogs. When you're having a hard time, the opposing team should be able to end it with 2 minutes remaining. The game ought to have been over. At that point, the Dream actually had an 84% probability of winning. Hats off to them for displaying their steely nerves and grit. And to be honest, considering everything that has occurred to the Fever this season, including losing Caitlin, Sophie, Sydney, Aerie, and Chloe, being in the top 4 of the league after this series victory is a major triumph, regardless of what occurs next. And it was clear from their post-game comments how much the game meant to them. Despite the fact that Stephanie White has been criticized by fans throughout the season for using Caitlin Clark, among other things, I must give her credit for one thing. Results speak for themselves. She has kept this team psychologically engaged, and she has rolled with the punches. With a rotating cast of players, they are heading to the semifinals. Some of Kelsey Mitchell's lovely remarks may have touched on something we don't see in the locker room.
Coach White has done a good job of talking about how much you guys mean to her. What does she mean to you? Maybe you as well.
Oh man, I've had 5 coaches in 8 years. I've been on the worst record teams here in Indiana Fever, so I know where my career started at. I know what I've kind of had to go through to kind of be in this position. I've never had a coach that poured into me respectfully like Steph has. I go where I'm valued, and I've never really felt that as a pro. And so, for the first time in my career, I really feel like I have someone that values what I bring to the table as a player and a person. Not just a player, but as a person. So, I always love Steph because she gave me an opportunity to kind of be who I am. And it's hard to do that and be that as a professional athlete. And when you find coaches that believe in you, I'll never take it for granted. So, thank you, Coach.
Looking ahead, there have been some exceptional performances. The locker room appears to be cramped, and despite all the concerns this season, there are some things we would have liked to have been handled better. You have to believe that they will be competitors the following season with Caitlin in the mix. Here are some entertaining events that transpired immediately following the game, which I believe the league as a whole ought to take note of. Since that's what you do in sports, the Fever admin immediately called out everyone at our dear friends ESPN who had chosen the Fever in order to lose. You clap back when necessary and let your deeds on the court speak for you. That needs to be communicated to Alicia Gray, who needs Kleenex sponsorship after a fan was kicked out for politely taunting her. To further emphasize this concept, consider the Fever's response to being jeered after winning. Kathy, get the hate speech investigation started right away. Fans supporting the opposing team couldn't exist right now, can they? But really, that's how you deal with it. Just tell the 352 spectators to go home and sob into their pillows because this is a frigid sport. For that reason, the Fever have deservedly received a lot of credit for their sensible response.
Caitlin Clark showing you guys how to interact with the fans. You don't pull a Kalia Copper and go to the post-game podium and complain about fans booing. It's a part of the game. Caitlin Clark didn't pull an Angel Reese and get a whole fake racism investigation started because opposing fans are booing you. This is stardom. This is how you handle booing fans. You don't go get a fake investigation started because you can't handle people booing you.
Fans are asking if Caitlin Clark will return now that the Fever have won. So let's return to her for a moment. You have to believe it's a real possibility after watching the videos of Caitlin practicing in Atlanta and bouncing up and down on the sidelines. Additionally, Scott Agnes claims that the groin is no longer the main focus.
Scott Agnes, it's the groin. It's not the groin, it's the ankle. It's not the groin, it's the ankle. People saying stop lying, man. Scott Agnes is the one person that's been legit. He's the one person, regardless of what you've said, what you think about him. He is the closest thing to an insider.
Whether you agree or disagree with Scott's remarks regarding Fever supporters, he is close to the team and never says anything that isn't, quote-unquote, approved by them. Thus, I believe we can accept this as true. This is wonderful news because she will return strong to begin the upcoming season at the latest, provided her groin is healthy enough to play. Furthermore, there's little reason to doubt the Fever's ability to go to the finals. This year, they have defeated the Aces twice.
You actually just referenced it twice. It is Indiana. Dropped 2 of the 3 games to them this year, but you haven't seen them since late July. What excites you about that matchup?
That they haven't seen the real Aces yet. They caught us when we were at a bit in turmoil. Not only that, they whooped us.
The Fever haven't seen their best, according to Becky Hammond. But it's the playoffs. Anything is possible. Professional sports titles have been won by lower seeds. Caitlin will have enough time to ramp up if they get to the finals. Interestingly enough, that would wrap out the second season arc of Michael Jordan. Similar to Caitlin, MJ missed the most of his second season due to a broken foot. Remarkably, he returned in the postseason to defeat the Celtics, a dominant team in 1986, by an NBA record 63 points. She has previously demonstrated her ability to recover from injuries and rule. All you have to do is watch the comeback against the Liberty, where they dropped threes from the parking lot and scored 9 points in 38 seconds. Additionally, since ratings have been terrible, the rest of the WNBA should want this. And they would be soaring with Caitlin. When she comes back, we're talking about 4 million viewers. When attempting to negotiate enough money to reimburse former players for their contributions to the league's growth, as Breanna Stewart stated, it is a satisfying feeling. I won't even begin to discuss that. Here's the truth, though. She will not be participating in the playoffs because the Fever have ruled her out. The list. This implies that she cannot be added back, regardless of how far the Fever go. You're off once you're off. Therefore, there is absolutely no possibility that she will return for a happily ever after. The Fever did this for what reason? Maybe they didn't anticipate getting this far. It's unfortunate that they have committed to Caitlin not playing another game in 2025, regardless of the reason, because I believe that the only reason she could have played was because top players get injured during the playoffs. However, you must admire the heart of the Fever and what they've managed to achieve if you're a Caitlin fan and want to see her win a titled year. It's encouraging for them and Caitlin in the upcoming season. Additionally, the Fever might make a Cinderella run if Caitlin continues to wear those black Air Force Ones and gets a little assistance from the fortunate Corgi. The spirit is in them. Let's see what the gods of basketball have planned. You're the true winner for remaining here, so if you're still here, leave a W in the comments. I appreciate you watching.